friends. Good afternoon, good evening, good day, good morning, wherever you're joining us and whenever you're joining us. It's so nice to see you. Are you having a good day so far? I'm Charleene, and it's always lovely to be with you. And today is it's a lovely day. Every day is a beautiful day, but we always have these extra choices of knowing how to make a great day even better. So sometimes it's just a function of choosing happiness. So today I chose a shirt that says happy. You can never have too much happiness, even in a state of confusion or challenge. Happiness is always a choice. So I'm extra happy to be showing up today with you here. Thank you for being here. Tell me where you're coming in from. Drop a note in the chat. Tell me your name and where you're joining us. We have Jane. Good morning, Jane. Yes, 9 a.m. for you in Northern California. I hope you had a beautiful night's rest. Today will be a good day for you. Hi, Anik. So good to see you, my friend. I'm grateful you're here as well. You're in much need of this healing session. Yeah, well, I'm glad you're here. The session today will definitely be about healing and opening up to new types of healing, and whatever that means for you. So I'm really glad you're here. It's always nice to see you. Yeah. Hi, Alice. Good morning from California. Oh, I love it. All of our Cali friends, our California friends join us when we do these midday times. It's so neat to see all of our friends from all over the world and coming in, floating in, based on their timing and the time of day that we come together. From Australia to Norway, Texas to Timbuktu. I don't know about Timbuktu, but just I liked the alliteration. So, hey, Victor, speaking of, my friend from Texas, coming in from Dallas today. Good to see you. Hey, Lori. Lori's from Madison, Wisconsin. Hi, Cindy. California in the house. Deanna. Good morning from Alberta, Canada. Yes, so nice to see you all of our wonderful faces down here too. In my little feed, I see all these beautiful icons just kind of floating and jumping and bumping. So it's good to see you all. Well, like I said, my name is Charleene, and if this is your first time here, welcome. This is a space for healing, for sound vibration, and resonance frequency shifts. And these shifts happen because we come together. We come together with an intention. Today especially, I'm picking up an intention of healing, but of resonance. Right? Whenever you walk into a room, you feel very good and comfortable whenever there's a similar type of resonance to something that you are wanting to experience. Conversely, sometimes we can also feel very stimulated by walking into a room where the vibration is completely different from maybe where we were resonating in that moment, but it takes us to a different level within ourselves. So vibration is very, very powerful, and it's palpable as well too. That's how it makes what we do here work. So our human energy fields are our biofields. We're electric. We actually have voltage within our system. I don't know if you know that. But another brilliant conductor of electricity is quartz. And sitting in front of me are 13 chromatically tuned quartz crystal singing bowls. They're 99.9% quartz, which means that they have a lot of vibration happening in and around them. And based on what's going on in the sky, in the world, based on how we show up, based on what's going on in our energy fields, the bowls will begin to respond to a frequency of wholeness. They take us back towards a central point of wholeness. So the universe abhors a vacuum, right? In quantum physics, we know that if there's ever a space of emptiness, something always zooms in to fill it. So we have an opportunity to release things that no longer serve, creating these vacuums, and then bringing in a vibration or vibrations that are for our highest good. And that's done through an aspect of our intention. But these bowls help us manifest this process. So every session, totally unique, just like you are, each and every day. And all you have to do is listen. You can listen actively. You can listen, I know many people like to wear headphones, some earbuds. The good ones are the headphones, because especially in a closed system, because it keeps the sound very much directly guided towards your listening apparatus. Interestingly enough, the vagus nerve, which is kind of the Mac Daddy of the nerves in the body, because it innervates every single main system within our organ system within our physical bodies. It's located right in the center of our brain. And the first place that the vagus nerve begins to stimulate whenever it is activated are our ears. So conversely, we can stimulate our vagus nerve by bringing in specific types of vibrations. And that's what these bowls do, which is really cool. So we transcend woo-woo into science. Or maybe we transcend the science and take it into the woo-woo. Either way you look at it, right? So today, gosh. Sorry, there's just some interesting resonances happening right here. All right, this will be fun. So my job today is just to listen. It's actually just to listen to the bowls and to assimilate what's coming through with you. So in the sky today, because I always find that whether we know it or not, there's a lot of influences going on around us that directly impact us, most of the time without us ever being cognizant of it. And so a lot of times I really like to look and see what's happening in the planets, in the celestial bodies around us. Just like the moon has a very definitive pull, and we see it in the tides, the ebb and flow of our tides here on the earth. And if we're made up mostly of water, we also very significantly are affected by these shifts and pulls. Well, all the celestial bodies have the same type of impact, just in different ways. So today, Venus is making a trine with Jupiter. So Venus, this planet that represents aspects of love, of beauty, of creative manifestation in the world that's just tangible, that is connecting. This very Venusian type quality of gorgeousness in all that we do. So Venus is trining Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet. It's a planet of expansion. In Vedic astrology, Jupiter is actually thought of as the guru of the gods. The guru, the one who brings light, reminds us of our light within, of the gods, of all the planets. So this large, boisterous, very lucky, there's a lot of luck, synchronicity, good fortune that Jupiter begins to vibrate for us. And we're all connected to that. Well, trining, so we have Venus, Jupiter, and this trine. A trine happens when two planets are in 120 degrees with each other. If you're looking at a two-dimensional chart and kind of saying, oh, Venus is here and Jupiter's here. So we're in 120 degrees. And what makes that so special is that a trine almost creates a synergy. There's this beautiful dance that happens between these two planets where both of these energies have the same goal, the same trajectory of moving forward towards accomplishing something. So when Venus, love, beauty, gorgeousness, and I mean that on an energetic level, not just the physical, though it does manifest outside. But when you have this beauty and luck coming together, the goal is always for expansion, right? The universe's primary focus is that of expansion. There are times whenever contraction happens, but contraction is the predecessor for expansion. So when we are expanding, and both of these planets really support expansion. This energy, we're sitting in this pool. Think of it as a divine love pool that we're sitting in. And so today, this idea of swimming in divine love, it felt like it could be really, really right on. And it feels like the bowls have already started to speak and resonate with that idea as well. So why don't we begin just to float? I think today there's just going to be a lot of floating if I have to guess. So before we begin, for those who are new, and actually I see there's some new faces here, Fleur from Northern California, Serkan from Istanbul, hello, I'm so glad you're here. Hi Chan from the UK, hey Nathan, it's good to see you, my friend. Hi Andrea, lovely to see you. Katie, Portland, Oregon, I'm so glad you're with us. So Katie, let me tell you a little bit about how the flow and the floating will begin to transpire today. So like I said, all you need to do is relax and engage with yourself, with your healing. There's a very big difference between passively letting something happen to us and actively being a part of the solution. I invite you to choose your path today. If you haven't tried actively becoming a part of the solution, that might be an interesting place to feel into. So that active engagement is one of hopeful expectation and detachment from outcome. The universe always shows up something better than what our little minds, or at least my little mind, can ever imagine. So we divide our time today into 3 main sections. The first one, we take time to retune. You've either woken up, you've had a busy morning, you've had a busy day. Just take a second and begin to settle in and retune. And once we retune, it gives us the opportunity to release things that don't serve, so that we can, into this vacuum, receive the goodness and abundance that is yours, that you're in. And remember today, like every day, but especially today, you are floating, you're swimming in a pool of divine love. So take a deep breath in and exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Recognize that with each breath that you take, you're welcoming in life, that prana, that chi that floats in on your breath. When we become actively aware of the breath, this vehicle for our life force, the life force shows up in a more powerful and poignant way within our bodies. And we know that because as we shift or change our breathing patterns, we begin to see significant differences and feel significant differences in our physical body. So moving from a place of a passive breath, engaging with life, begin to actively experience your breath. And breathe. And as you witness your breath, I invite you to begin to ask your breath to slow down. Slow. Slowly. Slow. Expansion always comes from that which is grounded. A tree expanding outward always has strong, grounded roots. And as strong and as grounded as its roots are, will begin to dictate the nature of the expansion of that tree. Most things in nature occur in very similar ways. That pattern is replicated over and over. The same holds true for us. The more we are grounded, the greater the potential for expansion. So I invite you now just to check in, now that we're all together, creating this beautiful harmony. Let's check in on our grounding. Whatever your grounding practice is, I invite you to make sure that you are really connected deep. If you don't have a grounding practice, think, imagine, or feel a golden cord, a golden rope of light that extends out from the base of your sacrum, the bottom of your spine, all the way down into the very center of the earth. And imagine once you hit a center point of the earth, there's a beautiful golden bar, almost like a canary ledge where a little birdie would be sitting. That golden cord that you've dropped from your sacrum, your first chakra, begins to wrap around that wonderful ledge. You'll begin to feel your body making shifts that begin to settle your physical space as your energy space has been settled and connected. And just breathe. Breathe into that. Sometimes people like to ground out of the soles of their feet. There's many ways to accomplish grounding. Find what's best for you. Invite you to begin to shift your attention from this very grounded center point that is connecting your physical body into the physical earth. Begin to move your attention up the center part of your body towards your heart. The space of your heart. The space of your heart holds both the physical and the energetic manifestations of life-sustaining support, wholeness, and love. All the functioning of the heart brings life into every situation. Begin to really connect with this powerful portal here in your physical body. It may feel good to gently place one hand over your heart. You may want to place two together as in prayer position. But really physically begin connecting with your heart. What is that connection indicating to you? Are there places that feel open and resonant and alive? Are there places that have a little bit of tension or friction? Or maybe just feel stuck with no movement at all? without judgment, just observe. Where your attention goes, the energy flows. Perhaps a once trite aphorism heard in yoga classes around the globe. In science, we know this is 100% correct. Atoms begin to shift based on the observation of an observer. Atoms will begin to respond when an observer views them. Otherwise, they pop in and out of space freely, showing up one moment and away the next. We are projections of light, of energy, of voltage. Light is vibration as a sound. The atoms in your body appear and disappear in 1 second, 10 to the 21st zeros times. That's not even really a number. Maybe a quadrillion, bajillion times. 10 to the 21st power. That's how many times in 1 second every single atom in your system, the system of the chair that you're sitting in right now, everything that's around you, they flicker. It's in this flickering where we have the possibility of change, of shift, because nothing is ever solid. So today, as you are noticing, as you're observing your heart space, what would you like to begin to shift? Points that feel perhaps resistant to whatever release you're currently seeking and cultivating, use the breath. Use that activated breath that you are so connected to right now to move these points of energy. Sometimes stuck energy will appear for people in their mind's eye as colors. One of the easiest ways to tell if an energy is ours or something else's is to determine the opacity of the color. When we can see through the color, that color is a manifestation from us. It's emanating from our biofield. It's a part of the electrical light we're putting out. If the color is opaque, you can't see through it. Like those winter tights that you wear in very cold climates, especially in Wisconsin. Then that energy is actually not from you. So notice, do you find pockets of transparent colors in your space? Do you find pockets of opaque colors? Now, coming back to a point of calmness and stillness in your space, let me affirm to you, your space is your space. Nothing can harm you without your permission. Your permission can be a resonance that allows something else in, and seldom ever from a point of the mind. So for those who are starting to experience colors maybe that are a little disconcerting, a little off-putting, rest. Just release. That's all you have to do. You don't have to know what they are. You don't have to think what they could be doing. Let go of the mind. And just allow that release to happen. You are safe. When we take responsibility of our own sovereignty, all is always well. So just breathe and continue to release. I hear many of my friends who are saying, I don't see color. That's okay. We all experience vibrations. We all experience light in our own unique ways. As you're coming to a point of release, remember these words. Like a feather sticking together with your friends, you can fly as wings. And as long as you fly, you rule over the wind. But cut away a single feather, you're not only useless, you're gone with the wind. Any last places that you would like to release within your space, I invite you to do so now. Now, let it go. Imagine or feel, see a pool of golden light in front of you. The pool can be any size, any texture, any color, but it's radiant. It reflects almost as a gold color, though perhaps for you, when you look at the water, they're an aquamarine blue. For some of you, it may be an emerald green. Others may see it as a pink. It could be a coral color, or it could be pure, solid gold. See this water just in front of you, beginning almost like as the tides start to come in, beginning to surround you, your physical body. Feel that you're getting caught up in the gentle lapping waves of this radiant light. How does that feel in your space? However deep, however wide, however shallow, however far you want to swim in this beautiful water, begin to do so now. You may see this as perfectly defined structure, maybe almost like a kiddie pool of celestial goodness. Others may see this as an entire gulf into which they can flip and float, swim, dive. Whatever this looks like for you, become aware of this viscous energy surrounding you, even now, and just experience it. 'Cause, 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 perfectly calibrated Dead Sea that brought you so much life. Whatever your experience, just find yourself floating in peace. See you now standing up, coming out of this pool, which you had just found yourself in, coming to a shoreline, whatever that looks like for you, perhaps a beautiful white sandy beach, seeing that blessed water in front of you, beginning just to dissolve into radiant sparkles in front of you. And you know, even without seeing that liquid with your physical eye, you can always access it because it's always there. You are always surrounded in perfect, divine love. Now begin to bring your consciousness back into your physical body. You might want to wiggle your fingers or your toes, adjusting your body, bringing about more ease. I'd love to hear what you experienced today. If you feel comfortable, tell me in the chat. If you just feel good and you don't want to access words, just show some of those gratitude hearts to let everybody know. I went for a really beautiful swim. Lots of really beautiful swims today. Yes. Did you deep dive? How far down did you go? Was it really far? Yeah? Oh, that's so great. How many of you just floated? Did you just float today? Yeah? Oh, that's perfect. I love it. The floating hearts are coming in a little more. A little more chill. I love it. I love it. Our active divers, we were there, we went in, we went deep. And our floaters were like, yeah, man, this was good stuff. Isn't that funny? Every day, our bodies need something different from us, and we need something different from our bodies. So good for you for honoring your space, your needs, and where you are today. That is spiritual sovereignty right there. High five, friends. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. It's amazing. Oh my goodness. Let's read some of these comments. Jeremy, I think there were some before that. Yeah, Liz. Hi, Liz, coming in from Toronto. So when we first started, you were feeling happy and grateful for being here with others and with everyone in this community. Yes, I feel the same way. It's good to see you. I appreciate you being here. Jessica Farnaz. I love how Nathan, everyone connects in this community. And there's something when we find a place where we can resonate and feel safe. It gives us a great opportunity to heal on a lot of different levels. At least I know it does for me. So thank you for creating that space for your brothers and sisters who are here. There's not many better gifts that we can ever give. Truly loving. I love this. So Liz is connected with Tony and has all these wonderful friends. Look at this. Community everywhere. Community everywhere. I'm so glad you were here. Yes. Anik, thank you so much for your donation. A big one today. That's huge. I really appreciate that. You know, every donation makes a huge difference, no matter the size. And it is a gift to me, even if you just show up and receive. Sometimes that's the best. That's all we can do. Trust me, I get that. I get that a lot. And I'm happy. I'm so happy if that's what you need. And I'm also so happy and I'm so honored and humbled to receive your gifts as well. You know, that's something I just honestly is something that in my life I've tended to kind of sort of struggle with, the ability to receive. And, you know, I'm finding the more life experience I have, sometimes the greatest gift we can give someone else is receiving. So thank you for helping me have that opportunity today. You blessed me with your gift. I appreciate that. So, Suze, gratitude for this beautiful gift of sound. Yes, yes, yes. It's incredible. Did you know that when a sound is created, it will exist forever in the manuscript that's around us all the time? And I don't just mean it'll always be in the Akashic Records. I actually mean science shows that once a vibrational pattern has been created, it exists always. You can always find that pattern from its point of origin. It's pretty powerful when you think about it. So every word that we utter, knowingly or perhaps reactively, it's always there. It's always going to be there. So sometimes I think about maybe those times when I wasn't as thoughtful with the vibrations I let go. Are there times that I can shake that out with a slightly different vibration? So, yeah, sound is powerful. Dorothy, very deep, drifted to sleep at the end, yes. Oh, like you were being cradled and held in the arms of the divine, this beautiful lullaby. That is a wonderful place to find to find yourself in. Anik, oh, you crack me up, my friend. Yes, my soul sister, I see you. Oh, so beautiful. I'm glad that was good. I take it from your comments. That was, the bowls were very helpful today. Yeah, they really were. And they're still really talkative. That's why I haven't stopped. They're just like, keep playing. Okay. So whatever of these vibrations you need to keep drinking in, they're here for you. So, Lori, you are most welcome. You are most welcome, my friend, as always. Neil, I'm so glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, so a deep dive. Yes, you were one of our active swimmers that swam and probably had the juiciest expression of floating back up to the surface in this place of divine love. It's so pretty to envision. Thank you for sharing that with us. I love that. Nathan, thank you for your donation. Thank you. It's always good to see you too. There's so many wonderful faces. You know, I have to tell you, Lori, when we were talking about the opacity versus the translucent colors, of course I'm thinking about you when I'm talking about the very opaque tights. As a Florida girl who is terrible in the cold, that's all I can think about, are opaque tights. Being very handy, probably in Madison, so. Lori, floating in love. Yes, amen, amen. Nathan, feeling rejuvenated and refreshed. Absolutely. Oh, I love that. I love that. You're going to have a great rest of your day. I feel it. Maria, thank you for your donation. Thank you. Victor, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that one. Oh, thank you, Victor. Chan, it's nice to connect with you. It's my pleasure, and I'm glad that you feel so calm. Yeah. I find a lot of times the bowls they return us back to our central point. You know, I talk a lot about the biofield, and we are this toroidal shape. I don't know why I can't say that today, but it's the shape of a torus. This kind of constant expansion, coming back in, contraction. Expansion, contraction. Our energy fields are always making this movement around us, and I find that the bowls really lock us back into that central point. You know, from the stillness is where all universes are birthed. So that stillness and silence, and sometimes we need vibration to get us back so that we can initiate our next big bang, whatever that is for you. And we do that every moment of every day. It's fascinating to consider. Katie, yeah, you struggle with receiving also. So shifting that, high five, good for you. You know, sometimes I find the more if I can call myself on things, places that I have opportunities to find greater expansion, it makes the expansion come a little bit easier. I release my resistance. That subconscious feeling like I have to be fill in the blank. You know, we're all human. We all experience aspects of that. We don't have to. But for whatever reason, we have made choices to have those experiences. So, I feel you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Tea Lady Nat. Good to see you. The vibe is so awesome. Yeah, it was really trippy today, wasn't it? Remember when I paused at the I don't know if you were here, Tea Lady, but we were, at the very beginning, I paused for a hot second. I'm just watching the bowls thinking, this is going to be interesting. They never disappoint, do they? Totally awesome, yeah. Enjoying with a cup of cherry hibiscus tea with honey. I feel like my insides just got warm with your expression of that. Oh my goodness. Does anybody else here enjoy a good cup of tea with honey? Show me some hearts, because I am a sucker for tea with honey. There's something about it. I don't always give myself that permission to bring in the honey. But when I do, oh, there's nothing better. And cherry hibiscus, so good. Nathan, yeah, it does. It becomes a part of us. All of it. The things that we perceive as good and bad, right? It's really an aspect of us. So I don't know if you know this, and it doesn't really matter, but it's applicable, so I'll share it. So I call myself a reformed actor, my past lives. You know, I've done movies and Broadway and whatnot, but and obviously a lot of all the training that goes with that, many years of that. And one of the things that we talk about a lot when we're creating a character is that, and they talk about this too in Jungian philosophy, psychology, sorry, it's Thursday. We talk about how every face of humanity, every aspect of the human experience exists within us. We can access absolutely any face, from the most divine to the most diabolical. So from an actor's standpoint, when we're creating a character, a lot of times you never really have to go outside of yourself. It's never being here or this or that or putting on a mask. It's actually engaging a side of yourself that maybe otherwise you wouldn't. You might not always be so angelic or a saint. You always might not be as shady and elusive. So, it's interesting that you say that. It is, because Nathan, you're right. It is. It's all there. It's just a function of what we access and when. Which, if anything, I've always found much more empowering than the idea of I can only do this or I can only be that because that is that and this is me. When the reality is that I am all. I have the ability to connect with all. There's power in that. Because just as we were talking about with the opaque and the translucent colors, I could feel some stuff bubbling up for some of our friends here today. Of this idea of, oh crap, what is that? What do I need to do? How is that? There was and rightfully so. If we don't understand, if we don't know something, sometimes that is when we can experience the most fear. Interestingly enough, releasing of the fear and connecting with the truth, which is all is well, no matter the circumstance, all is well. It's very empowering. So, well said, Nathan. Thanks for sharing that. I love it. Yeah, it is pretty fascinating. You're right, Lori. Katie. Oh, my pleasure for my offering. Yeah, the astrology too. You planned a sacred day on Trillium Lake on the side of a mountain. That's amazing. Oh, that's perfect. Katie, I would love to hear more about this. Tomorrow, we're doing a live. Might be a little early for you, because I think, Katie, you're in California, right? If I remember correctly. Tomorrow morning's live is at 9 a.m., so Friday, August 19th, 2022. It is 2022, right? At 9 a.m. Eastern, we'll be tuning into creative thinking. And, it's a topic I love. Not only, you don't have to be an artist. You don't have to perceive yourself as artistic to tap into creative. You are a creative being because you're doing it every single moment of every single day. Whether you're an accountant or an architect, a lawyer, a lobbyist, a painter, a poet. We're always connecting to the creative. Creation is expansion. So, yeah. Nathan, thank you for your kind words. I appreciate that. It's an honor for me to be able to hold space and to make these connections during the bowls with this. It's very different than just making music. So thank you for allowing me to walk with you. I love taking this journey together. It's really fun. So, tea lady, you every day. You can never have too much sweetness in your life. Honey's a great way to find some sweetness. Grounding with that tea. I love it. Yeah, Dorothy, honey, it's such a treat. It is. It really is. Anik, before the session, I felt submerged in dark, heavy waters. As per your gentle guidance, I grounded and released. Good. Then floated in the light, crystal love. Beautiful. A total turnaround. Oh, and you're grateful to yourself. Yes. For showing up. Yes. To you and for holding the space and all attending for being here. Yes. 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 Thank you for sharing that. Anik, I hear that your vibration created freedom and space for others as well. So while you walked in your liberation today, you opened the gates and the paths. You set the vibration as well for so many others to walk with you. And beyond this time and space, beyond this hour session that we've been so beautifully here connected in today, but even beyond that. So thank you. Showing up for yourself is how you change the world. And you all are doing that. And it's so incredible to be a part of that. So, Katie, yeah. Katie, that's so neat. Your hike. Yes, that's right. It was Portland that you're in. Thank you for reminding me. And thank you for Mount Hood. Yes, thank you for connecting us with the original name. You know, there's power in the name. There's power in the sound. The name is sound. The name is your vibration. So whatever vibration you are arriving to today, right now in this moment, after this time that you've just gifted yourself and others. Let's do a little quick activation of this space. So as we close our time together, know that you are always surrounded in divine love. You can float in an eternal sea of goodness, of kindness, of truth, anytime, anywhere. There never needs to be a reason why. You always have permission. It's your birthright. Divine love is who you are. So until we meet again, my friends, understand the importance of you. Understand that your resonance truly impacts the world. May you always live from an active, engaged state, engaging with life, allowing and giving, a part of this eternal ebb and flow, this dance of life. And may you always know how valued, how appreciated, and how very loved you are. I'll see you soon. Sat Nam.